Hey everybody, welcome to 100 Year Lifestyle TV, and I'm here in a beautiful setting in hot, sunny glasses, Miami, Florida, with a good friend for a long time actually, and a great chiropractor, Dr. Michael Goldstein, Monsey, New York. Good to see you, my man.
Good to see you too.
So continuing education, 31 years, don't you know it all already?
There's always room to learn more. And I learned a lot this weekend, believe it or not.
That's great. Well, I think that's what makes you a great chiropractor, and why people in your community in Monsey are coming to see you, and probably from other places as well. Talk to us, 31 years in practice. What is it about chiropractic care, being a chiropractor, that you enjoy most, taking care of your patients, helping them?
Over 31 years of being in practice, I've seen a lot of miracles in my office. Anything from talking about children, children that with chronic ear infections, to not able to nurse properly, all these things, we've been able to help them, and that's very rewarding, as well as, affecting families' lives and, their health and their well-being. I mean, it's just really rewarding to see that.
Yes, and as a fellow chiropractor, I understand that, and because you've been in practice for so long, and you're just getting warmed up, I got a feeling, because you're very passionate, obviously, about what you do. We see in our country today that people are living longer, and many of the allopathic solutions, the drug-oriented solutions, surgical-oriented solutions that people traditionally had searched for because they may have been free or they may have had good insurance benefits, people are realizing that because they're living longer, they have to live with the consequences of those choices, and more of them are seeking out, even if they have to pay for it out of pocket, which many of them do, and they will, because they want to live healthier lives, utilizing chiropractic care as a part of a lifestyle, not just for treatment for a condition. Why do you think that's so important?
It's very important because as we're living longer, if we look at our relatives, our older relatives, we see that, we don't really want to look like them or be like them. They lived longer than they expected to, and they didn't take care of themselves earlier on.
And of course, many of them, not all of them, but many of them.
Okay, thank you. And so, people are wising up a little bit, and they realize that they're going to be around longer than their previous ancestors have been, and they realize it's important to have a balanced and healthier lifestyle, so that when they are getting older, let's say 100 years or beyond, that they're not just around, that they're really vibrant and really functioning at their optimum, so that they can enjoy their life and their family and their children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren.
Yeah, and it is so important, and because we work with the nervous system, and we have certainly, and many of the people watching this are facing this dilemma, where they have in their family, whether it's their parents or grandparents that have aged, or many times in their children, we're seeing so many neurological deficits that are affecting people. We see a deficit that can affect all of those things in a vertebral subluxation, and how the spine can get injured and affect the function of the nervous system. Right. Can you talk about that?
Well, we know that the first potential insult to the nervous system happens even while the baby is still in uterus, and certainly the birth process can be traumatic also. It's just so important to have a balanced nervous system and functioning nervous system, and if we can work on that earlier on in life, that we can actually enable that body to function at its potential, the healthier it will be for the long term.
Yeah, and it's so true, and there's an article on your website that is important. People can go to your website and check it out, about why medical conditions respond to chiropractic. And the interesting thing in there that I think is really important, and the answer is that because we don't treat those conditions, because we work with the nervous system. How does working with the nervous system as a chiropractor help people with all types of conditions improve, maybe even heal? And then on the other side of that is, how does it help them keeping their spine and nervous system balanced to stay healthy?
Well, but you just hit on it. That's it. By keeping the spine and the nervous system balanced, it lets the brain and the body communicate the way it was supposed to. And if there's anything interfering with that communication network, then our bodies can't function at their optimum and have optimal performance, and we start to have degradation of health. So chiropractic allows the body to express that by making sure that the brain and the body communicate the way it's supposed to.
So important. And we also see, because people are living longer, and if you're watching this, you may have aging parents or grandparents, and being faced with the challenges of What are we going to do with grandma or grandpa who we love so much and we want to help and take care of? Yet for many of that generation, because they didn't know they were going to live that long, they didn't know how to take care of themselves, and they tried to get their health back after they lost their health. What would you want our younger generations to know about the importance of what you do and how what you do can make a difference in the outcome of their life?
Well, it's interesting you mention that, because I am personally going through that with older relatives now, and it's very challenging. And so in answer to your question, people, if they take care of them, if they take care of their spine and their health now, it really will enable them to have a much longer longevity, avoid all the spinal degeneration and wear and tear that happens over many years. People think that when they get their first symptom that it just started, and we know there's a lot of studies, a lot of documentation to back up that these things don't just happen, that they come on over their lifetime. So if we can start early on with a healthier lifestyle, including chiropractic, to make sure that the spine and the body are balanced, then hopefully they can avoid a lot of the things that our parents and grandparents have had to go through.
Yeah, and I love how you said that, and the authenticity in your voice and your heart really comes through after 31 years. The fact that you still love what you do so much and the difference that you're making is so important for the people in your community. And I think it is an important point to consider that even if you're getting coverage for something that may be free for you, but not necessarily the best thing for you, is it really the right thing for you? And that's such an important issue that we face every day as we see more and more of the people in our communities, your communities certainly, of course, that are choosing to take personal responsibility for their health, not being dependent on somebody that they may never meet or that really doesn't care how they turn out. Right. And so kudos for you for being willing to deliver that care and that message, and at a very economical fee with a caring environment to provide that kind of care so that people can get it and enjoy a better quality of life now and as they age.
Great. So thank you. You have this 100-year lifestyle logo on your shirt, and that is so congruent with what my philosophy of health and wellness, and it's just the way it enables me to empower people to make the right choices, regardless of whether it's covered by insurance or not covered by insurance. And as we know with today's healthcare, it's more and more an out-of-pocket expense. But by me educating my patients to understand the importance of this, it empowers them, as I said, to make the right choice and to be willing to spend money to have a healthier lifestyle for themselves and their family.
Absolutely, and because we both know it's not really an expense, it's an illusion of an expense. Right. It's much more of an investment. And so honored to have you as a part of our family of affiliates out there doing a great job spreading the word, helping lots of people, lots of families. If you're anywhere near Monsey, New York, and you want to make a change, you want to take a different approach and invest in yourself to have the best quality care possible, my good friend here will take good care of you. Thank you so much, Dr. Michael Goldstein. I appreciate you so much, and thanks for watching, everybody.